Of the many career academies to be found in SMSD's new Career and Technology Center, the one the students may find most appetizing is Hospitality and Culinary Arts.
The program that we have here is our Hospitality Tourism and Principles class, and also our Food Science classes. We come in here and we'll work on some aspects of running the kitchen, shipping, handling, and also in food preparation. And as we get into the food science, we'll actually learn about how heat applied to proteins and vegetables will change the complexity of that object and actually become something edible. Well, the very first skill we start off is actually a safety skill, food safety, kitchen safety. We make sure that when they get into this environment that they'll be safe using the equipment, they'll be safe in food handling, food preservation, and then from there we go on to the most essential skill that every chef should have, and that's knife skills. We worked on knife skills for almost 2 weeks, working on variety cuts from julienne to mirepoix to baton, because you can tell if someone actually knows what they're doing on how they hold and handle a knife. And then from there we go to the complexities of yeast, to glutens right now. In this class here we're going to work on pastry design, cupcakes, to all the way to our older classes onto breaking down proteins, cutting, butchering, filleting fish, and then doing the variety of ways of cooking. Basically, what I have my kids do is working in teams. So they learn how to work at the dynamics of a team. They also take on roles of team leadership. And people don't understand when you work with recipes, you're bringing in the whole aspect of the schools. They got the mathematic parts in doubling, decreasing recipes. They also bring in the science aspect of how heat affects yeast, how cold affects gels, and they bring those aspects in, and then also the communication aspects of what they do. When they cook and prep, as you saw earlier today, once they're done with that cooking process, they have to do a presentation. So they learn how to publicly speak in front of groups, even though it may be in front of our classrooms and a few other teachers. They'll describe the process that they went through, what they made, and then they hand it out, and also doing some service skills of how to serve. So they bring along all the aspects. So even if they don't follow, working in the kitchen area, they can take those skills onto other areas. I started back in 1978 with Chef Deaver in Las Vegas, and he says, "You want to be a chef, huh?" And he basically just gave me a chef's hat, gave me an apron, he says, "Do this," and I basically followed him. And that's what my kids to do. They followed me for the first 3 months of how to measure teaspoons, cups and stuff, and I do a lot of mirroring. Now I got them taking charge of what they want to make. I think when they take charge and they have interest, and I'm able to go over there and follow them around, I can help correct their errors. If I'm not able to help them correct their errors, I'll let them take it to completion and show them what happened, and then talk about the past. And if there's no errors, we'll just go all the way through, and then we have a great success. So we have both in success and failures, but we learn from both. And in this kitchen areas, even myself, I still have failures, and I still learn from them. And I just want my kids to understand you got to keep trying and keep doing, because if you don't, you won't succeed.
For Spartan Spotlight, this is Randall Williams.